Point number 2.
Heart 7, or H7, the spirit gate. This one's on the outer wrist crease, the pinky finger side, in that little hollow you can feel.
Outer wrist crease, pinky side.
Okay. Used traditionally to calm the mind, ease anxiety, improve sleep. Again, gentle circular pressure, 1 to 2 minutes.
Clear to point.
Spleen 6, SP6. 3-yin intersection. This one's on your inner leg. Find your inner ankle bone. Measure about 4-finger width straight up from there, just behind the shin bone.
Okay, inner ankle, 4 fingers up.
Right. It's used for lots of things, including insomnia and anxiety. But a key point, avoid this one if you are pregnant.
Okay, important caution, same pressure.
Firm but gentle pressure, 1 to 2 minutes.
And the last one, GV20.
Governing vessel 20, yes. Or 100 meetings. This one's easy to find right on the very top of your head. Imagine a line going up from the top of each ear where they meet in the middle.
Top center of the head.
Exactly. Great for calming the mind, relieving stress, headaches. Gentle pressure here, maybe with your thumb or finger, 1 to 2 minutes.
So for all these points, just a couple of minutes of pressure when needed.
Yeah, 1 to 5 minutes per point is the range. 2 is a good average. Anytime you feel stressed, or definitely before bed, daily is fine, or just when you need that extra bit of calm.
The guide also suggests maybe combining massage with essential oils.
Yes, that can really boost the relaxation effect. Lavender is the classic, very calming, great for sleep.
What others?
Chamomile, bergamot are also nice soothing options. The crucial thing is dilution.
Right. Don't put them straight on the skin.
Never. Mix just a few drops into a carrier oil like almond oil, jojoba, even olive oil in a pinch.
Then what? Massage it in.
Gently massage the diluted oil onto pulse points, wrists, temples, neck. Or you can use it on those acupressure points we just discussed.
Any safety things with essential oils? Besides dilution?
Always do a patch test first, just a small spot on your arm to check for sensitivity, and never ever ingest them.
Got it. And these oils cost money, unlike just using your fingers.
True. That's a factor. The guide suggests maybe 5-10 minutes for an essential oil massage, maybe before sleep, daily, or as needed. The combo of touch, pressure points, and calming scent can be really powerful together.
Okay, great. Let's shift focus a bit. Talk about what we put in our bodies. Magnesium seems to be a big one in the guide.
Huge. Magnesium is involved in so many things, but especially muscle relaxation, nerve function, and regulating neurotransmitters related to mood and sleep.
And stress affects our levels.
It does. Chronic stress can actually deplete magnesium, which can then make you feel more stressed. A bit of a vicious cycle.
So how do we get more? Food first.
Always best to start with food. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, nuts, seeds. Pumpkin seeds are great. Legumes, beans, lentils, whole grains.
What about supplements?
They're an option. Forms like magnesium citrate or glycinate are often recommended because they're well absorbed. But, and this is important, you really need to talk to a healthcare professional first.
Why is that?
To figure out if you actually need it, what dose is right for you, and if it might interact with any medications you're taking. Too much magnesium can cause digestive upset too.
Okay, doctor first.
Yeah.
When would you typically take a supplement?
Often suggested in the evening to help with sleep, but focus on getting it from food throughout the day too.
Are there other minerals the guide flags?
Briefly mentions zinc important for immunity, possibly linked to mood, found in meat, poultry, seafood, legumes.
Okay.
Iron, crucial for energy. Deficiency causes fatigue. Red meat, spinach, lentils are good sources.
Right.
And B vitamins, a whole group vital for energy production, nerve function, found in whole grains, meat, eggs, dairy.
What about other supplements or foods beyond minerals?
Omega-3 fatty acids get a mention, good for brain health, mood. Found in fatty fish, flax seeds, walnuts. L-theanine, an amino acid found in green tea, promotes relaxation without drowsiness.
Interesting.
Chamomile, the classic calming herb, usually as tea, and valerian root, sometimes used for sleep, but be aware of potential side effects and interactions there too.
So the overall message on supplements seems to be tread carefully.
Exactly. Research is still ongoing for many of these. Individual results vary. Food first, always. A balanced, nutrient-rich diet is priority 1. Supplements are really only if you have a documented deficiency or specific need, and ideally under professional guidance.
Makes sense. And diet itself, beyond just specific nutrients, gets highlighted too, along with fasting.
Absolutely. And the foundation is a balanced diet. Lots of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean protein, healthy fats. That builds resilience.
And limiting certain things.
Big impact. Cutting back on processed foods, added sugar, excessive caffeine, that can really help your mood, energy, and sleep.
The guide mentions FODM maps.
Yes, a low FOD MAP diet might help some people whose gut issues, like IBS, are worsened by stress, and fiber generally is great for gut health, which we now know is strongly linked to mood and stress response indirectly.
Okay, now intermittent fasting, IF. What's the guide's take on that? It's everywhere.
It is. EVEF involves cycling between eating and fasting periods, like the 168 method, eating only within an 8-hour window.
Why do people do it?
Potential benefits being studied include better insulin sensitivity, cellular repair processes like autophagy. Some people report better mental clarity, less inflammation, improved mood.
But there's always a but.
But the guide urges real caution. You absolutely must talk to your doctor before trying any fasting, especially if you have underlying health conditions like diabetes or a history of eating disorders.
So it's not a magic bullet for stress and anxiety.
While some studies hint at benefits, we need more research specifically on IF's impact on stress, anxiety, and sleep in the context of these functional disorders. It's a significant physiological change, not for everyone.
Okay.
Medical advice is crucial.
Got it. Okay, let's pivot back to movement. Specifically yoga. The guide includes some simple poses.
Yes, yoga is fantastic because it combines the physical postures with breathing and mindfulness. It's well known for helping with stress, relaxation, energy, sleep. The guide picks out a few beginner-friendly ones.
Like child's pose. That sounds gentle.
It is Balasana. You kneel, bring your big toes together, sit back on your heels and fold forward, resting your torso on your thighs. Arms can be stretched forward or back alongside your body.
What's it good for?
Gentle stretch for hips, thighs, ankles. Very calming for the brain, relieves stress and fatigue. You can hold it for 30 seconds up to several minutes. Great anytime, especially before sleep. Daily, if you like.
Okay. Legs up the wall pose. Viparita Karani. I've heard this is super relaxing.
Incredibly restorative. You literally just lie on your back with your legs resting straight up against a wall, but close to the wall.
That's it.
Pretty much. It calms the nervous system, reduces anxiety and stress, promotes relaxation. Hold for 5 to 15 minutes. Excellent before sleep or during stressful times. Highly recommended daily.
And corpse pose. Savasana. The one everyone looks forward to at the end of class.
Yes. Lying flat on your back, arms and legs slightly spread, palms up. It seems like doing nothing, but it's fundamental for deep relaxation. Reduces stress, calms the mind.
How long?
5 to 20 minutes. End of a yoga session or anytime you need to completely let go, you could do it daily.
Cat-cow pose.
Yeah.
That sounds more active.
Vitilasana, Marjorie Asana. It's a gentle flowing movement on hands and knees. You alternate between arching your back, dropping your belly, lifting head and tailbone. Cow.
Inhale.
Usually inhale into cow, then exhale as you round your spine up towards the ceiling, tucking your chin and tailbone. Cat.
Okay.
Great for spinal flexibility, relieves tension, improves posture, balance. Flow with your breath for a minute or two. Good for energizing or releasing stiffness anytime. Daily is good.
Last one. Gentle forward fold variation.
Uttanasana variation.
Yeah.
Standing, feet hip width apart. Soft bend in the knees. Hinge forward from your hips. Let your head hang heavy. Maybe hold opposite elbows.
That's the benefit.
Calms the brain. Helps relieve stress. Maybe even mild depression. Stretches hamstrings and back gently. Hold for 30 seconds to a minute. Good for releasing tension anytime. Daily or as needed.
With all yoga, sounds like listening to your body is key.
Crucial. Modify anything that doesn't feel right, especially if you're a beginner. The guide rightly suggests getting guidance from a qualified instructor if you can. They can really help with alignment and finding the right modifications for you.
Definitely. Now, this next bit sounds really interesting. Using self-hypnosis and autosuggestion. How does that work for stress?
These are techniques for using your own mind, basically. Self-hypnosis isn't spooky stage stuff. It's a state of deep focus and relaxation where you can access your unconscious mind more easily.
Like daydreaming.
Kind of, yeah. It's a natural state. You bypass the usual critical, analytical part of your conscious mind, making the unconscious more open to positive suggestions for change. It's been used therapeutically for a long time.
So how do you do self-hypnosis?
Find a quiet, comfy spot. Use a simple technique to relax deeply. Maybe focusing on your breath, tensing and releasing muscles progressively, or visualizing a peaceful scene.
Okay, get relaxed. Then what?
Then you introduce your autosuggestion, positive statements in the present tense about how you want to feel or be, like, I feel calm and peaceful. My body is deeply relaxed. I sleep easily and soundly.
Keep them simple and positive.
Exactly. You might deepen the state by imagining walking downstairs or counting down. Then, when you're ready, you gently bring yourself back to full alertness.
How long does a session take?
Anywhere from 5 to 30 minutes, maybe 15, 20 on average, before sleep is great or first thing in the morning or anytime you feel stressed. Daily or as needed is recommended. It's also used for pain, habits, confidence.
And auto-suggestion on its own, how is that different?
Autosuggestion is more conscious. You're deliberately feeding positive thoughts and affirmations to your unconscious, repeating positive statements silently or aloud, really focusing on the feeling behind them.
Like positive self-talk.
Exactly. Visualizing the desired outcome vividly helps too. Some people write their affirmations down and read them regularly.
When would you use just auto-suggestion?
Throughout the day, whenever you notice negative thoughts or before something challenging, just a few minutes at a time, maybe 5, 10 minutes total across the day, but frequently.
So for both of these, consistency and believing it can work are important.
Absolutely crucial. They work through repetition and that mind-body connection. Regular practice and a positive expectation make a huge difference.
Okay, we touched on sunlight earlier for vitamin D and mood. The guide comes back to combining morning sun with breathing.
Yes, it suggests leveraging both together for an amplified effect. Morning sunlight, as we said, helps vitamin D synthesis, boosts serotonin for well-being, and crucially, helps set your internal body clock, your circadian rhythm.
Which means better sleep later.
Exactly. Regulating that rhythm is key for sleep quality.
And doing breathing exercises while getting that sun.
Yeah, practicing something simple like diaphragmatic breathing or box breathing while you're outside in that early morning light, it's like a double dose of goodness for body and mind.
Are there safety tips for the sun exposure part?
Definitely. Aim for early morning, like within an hour of sunrise when the UV index is lowest. Start with just 5-10 minutes. See how your skin reacts, maybe increase gradually.
Avoid peak sun hours.
For sure. Use sun protection if you're out longer. Don't stare directly at the sun, especially when starting. Wear light clothing. It's about finding that balance, getting the benefits without the risks. Consulting a dermatologist is always smart for personalized advice.